Hey everyone.
Whoa.
Hey everyone. I am CCI, as you know, and this is our first part of indie interviews with the creative reps sandwich or
Whoa.
yep.
My name is Sandwich. I run Sandwichware. I'm
Mhm.
pretty gnarly guy.
Pretty gnarly guy, yeah. Yeah, let's start. Okay, so the first question, what inspired the design of rep and others?
Oh, yeah. Uh, so I made rep. Like this just goes for the whole thing. Rep started out as like this weird ass colored character, right? He was like green and gray. So I had to like refine a lot of stuff. So I added like the
Hmm.
goggles on. He didn't have a vest for a while, and used to have like a tool belt because the whole band used to be like steampunk themed.
Oh really? Wow.
Um, yeah. So what ended up happening was the goggles just like they stuck around and like they
Hmm.
work enough. But for like a lot of the other casts, they got like updated a lot. Like I added like vests to a lot of them. I gave them all clothes for the most part. They're not like butt ass naked. No, but like Daisy, I updated a lot. I gave her like the apron and all that.
Hmm.
Originally, she had like a blue cupcake, so yeah, it's really creative. I know.
Very
Uh,
creative, very
I
creative. The good
know.
old bib.
That's where it's at. No, but what? So yeah, I kept the goggles, and they were just they weren't really inspired by anything. If anything, they were mostly inspired by like what the old kind of Rockafire and Pizza Time Theater
Yeah, that's what I was.
animatronics.
That's the vibes that it gives me. More like
Yeah,
Rockafire vibe. Yeah.
yeah yeah. It's like a cheaply made mascot that just represents the brand.
Yeah.
But for the characters, like yeah, like a lot of them were cut, but I have like the main five. So yeah, no, that was like the whole driving force of anything. This is how they look now. I'm not pulling up photos of how they used to look. They look
Mhm.
so shit. You do not understand.
I won't show them. Don't worry. They're considered to be very unique designs compared to a lot of the usual ones. From a lot of people
Yeah,
say
I
they're
tried
very
to
unique.
set. Yeah, I try to separate him from like other reptile animatronics, so he's not just like a generic
Mm,
crocodile. Like he's
yeah,
just a silly little lizard man.
yeah, he's just a silly
This is
lizard
him.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like his design. A lot of people do. A lot of people have commented on how like unique they are from the usual basic animatronic
Yeah.
Final Freddy's 1 style or like, you know, old vintage
Yeah.
animatronic designs.
Yeah. It's just like a mix of both that. Yeah, like it works out.
Yeah.
It works.
So what makes Reps stand out from other FNAF fan games?
From other FNAF fan
Yeah.
games, it more or less improves a lot of gameplay from older FNAF games.
Mm-hmm.
So if you really want to think of it, like this is like as of recording, it's
Mm-hmm.
mostly just like a improved Scott game. But
Mm-hmm.
like it's not supposed to like knock Scott's games out of the park or anything. This is supposed to be like a fanverse title. This is
Yeah.
just me trying to get a game out that I've been wanting to make for years now, based off of my original characters. It's like there are two types of mini games that you could earn
Mm-hmm.
in the night, because if you like, again, as of right now, if you mess up enough times per night, you
Uh-huh.
get a separate mini game from the shovelware games.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that. That's probably gonna be in the next trailer, which is gonna be in a while. But
Okay.
uh, yeah, no,
Yeah.
those portions
Yeah.
are going to be sick if they aren't cut.
Okay.
And no, it's like improvement mini game stuff. There's
Mm-hmm.
uh, it also improves on like more generic mechanics like vents
Mm-hmm.
and shit.
Yeah, mini games,
And
like the vent sequences and mini games, they definitely are
yeah, they
some of the
like they're
best parts of
overused,
FNAF
but we're
games.
gonna try to make them new.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna separate ourselves.
Yeah. Gotta make it unique.
Yeah. You can also control the animatronics. That's a thing.
Oh, really? That's actually
Yeah,
very unique. Never.
yeah,
There's not a
yeah.
lot of games like that.
Yeah, it's again, if this isn't scrapped,
Mhm.
what happens is you get a few uses per night. It's only gonna be like 3, but
Uh-huh.
if you don't want to deal with like Scrappy or Blaze, because they're like the harder versions of like Rep and Daisy, um, you could lure like any active animatronic away from your office, or yeah, you should move it back to the stage.
Mhm.
And you can't do it with auto though. It's all like it's the main 4 except auto.
Uh-huh.
Um, so you can move them back to the stage, uh, and they are able to resist and just keep going. So you have to like get it right so they go back to the stage. It just saves you a bit of time. It's a nice little mechanic. It works.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, it works definitely.
Yeah.
It's a lot of information actually. I did not know some of those mechanics would appear in reps. That's
Yeah,
pretty
because
cool.
we haven't really shown too much gameplay yet. So.
Yeah, a lot of reps is very enclosed. Like, there's not like much like images on the actual game page itself, apart from
You
like the
know, like
updates.
telling you in like February, March, there should be a lot more stuff being shown off.
All right. Well, I think we'd all be excited for the upcoming updates that we should expect.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. What inspired you to start developing FNAF fan games?
Yeah, so it started off with like candies. I got really inspired from that. It might have been like a generic game, but
Yeah, I mean
it
it
has
is a
a place in
little
my
bit
heart.
generic, but it has a lot of it's very important to a lot of different
Yeah.
FNAF fan game developers.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but that game like showed people that you could like do that kind of stuff, and it was like it was a
that anyone could
good
like
title and showed a
develop
lot
a
of people
game.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but what mostly got me into wanting to make reps was Fnati, like the Treasure Island games.
Oh yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, I especially have Final Treasure Island really important to my heart. It's very important to me.
Yeah. So like the classic title, like the first one, that inspired me, but the Radiance one, that like kind of remastered crisp ass game.
Yeah, that's great.
I really like that title. I watched tons of playthroughs on it. I played it.
It's great. A lot of Radiance's games are great.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite ones. That one and the Chuck E. Cheese one really cemented me wanting to make a FNAF fan game. So, what happened after that was one of my friends that I've known for a bit now. His name's Pleasy. He did this thing on TikTok, right? He made this ad for his game called Shift and Twisters. And it was like, oh, you could be a voice actor, you could be an artist, and I was really into art at the time, and I still am. But
yeah, so am I.
Yeah, I contacted him. I was like, hey, can I do stuff for your game? And he's like, yeah, sure. So that was like one of the first things that I worked on that added on to wanted me to make reps. So I did that for a while, but that project kind of fell off. Not like it was bad. I still like the game series. It's a really good set of games, and they're having they're coming out with a new game soon. It's gonna be sick. It looks really good so far.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. I can't wait, to be honest.
Yeah, it's like it's really good compared to the older games. But during the time that those kind of Shit and Twisters games weren't being made as much, I talked to him and I was like, can I make this game with you? It was like this really poorly, not like poorly made, but it was like this kind of rushed, like Google Doc that I sent him. It had tons of old designs for Rep and Daisy and all that. It had a really weird story that I cut. I rewrote all of it. And he was like, yeah, sure, we can do that. So originally we started development in like May and all that. And now in like October we made the game page. And now I'm where I'm at now. I really couldn't have done it without those games and Pleasy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that sparked your where you are now.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, is Reps your first FNAF fan game?
Yeah, it is my first FNAF fan game. I had a couple concepts, but this is like the first one that I'm really producing.
So this is like your first, like you're actually like going through with this fan game. So you had ideas before, but you never
I had a
went through
lot
with
of
them.
ideas.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Have you helped with any other FNAF fan games before this one?
Like before reps, I worked on again Ship of Twisters. I think these are all smaller games. I worked on that. Survive Reds, which is another small game, but it's like tons of like smaller games I did art for. And then once Reps came out, I worked on Bondies. I did beta testing for Bondies.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. So
Oh,
I did
that's
that,
great.
and now I do art for a lot of other games like Doges. I do stuff for Fazbear Facility.
Oh, you work for Fazbear Facility.
Yeah,
That's
I do.
great.
And
Yeah,
I also do stuff for Dalen's Diner Rewritten. Yeah, I do stuff for that. Like Late Night Technician, which is like a not as like big game, but yeah, no, I've just been doing that. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I'll be interviewing the creator of Fazbear Facility soon.
Yeah.
Fantron.
Yeah, Fantron's a cool guy.
Yeah, he's great. He's very cooperative.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy. I like talking with him.
So, what should we expect in the game that fans should be excited for?
Like, sorry, no, not like lore, but like the story. The gameplay's going to be good. Yeah, it's gonna be like a good refresher for the FNAF fan game community. This isn't gonna be like a huge game, but this is gonna be up there. It's not gonna be the best, but it should be good. It's going to be good.
Yeah, it'll definitely catch a lot of attention once it releases. It looks like a small, but not. What's the word? It doesn't try to be like the next big thing.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be like security breach or something like that. I'm just trying to keep it small, but yeah, yeah. No, but it's gonna be big, but not to the point. Again, like security breach. I'm trying to put as much love into it as I can. So it is a nice, creative kind of game that you can sit down and play and really enjoy it. It's gonna be scary. It's gonna be a nice little click team game that you play on Game Jolt.
Of course, that's great. Yeah. So you mentioned lore. Will there be like heavy lore in the FNAF in this game?
It's not super heavy, but yeah. But this isn't me saying like, oh yeah, game theory's gonna do this. Yeah, no, it's just as like it's more of a story-based game. You like could go back and understand a lot of it if you do a few playthroughs, or you just understand it through the first playthrough.
So it's a simple, but not too simple story. So it's not too complex either.
Yeah, but it's not like a generic FNAF story. It has a lot of stuff to it.
That's good. Yeah, it's not the typical children get murdered and then boom, they're animatronics done.
Yeah, it has more to
those.
just them fucking dying.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of FNAF fan games that use like the similar, kids are dead, kids are controlling the robots, the end, they're evil now.
There's no spring lock suits or anything.
Yeah,
it's just
that's good. There's always great in making like FNAF fan game unique. So should we expect any sequels or prequels to Reps, the Rep series?
I'm only planning on doing 2 games. And maybe like a troll demo that I can talk about, but for the second game, that's gonna be Reps 2000. That just ends the whole series. It's gonna. I can't really to talk about it, but it talks about what happens after the first game. So yeah, I guess it's a sequel, and by the title, it's in 2000. All I will say is a new Reps restaurant opens. And maybe a few animatronics in the first game are still roaming around somewhere in Colorado. Then for the troll demo, there's this character that me and my friend Sleepy made. His name's Rep.exe. I posted about him on Game Jolt a few days ago.
I remember that. You did post about Rep.exe, yeah.
Yeah, so all the troll demo would be is literally just the first Sonic.exe game, but Rep.
That's great.
It's not going to improve on anything. It's going to be a really cheesy horror game.
There's always something good in cheesy horror games, though.
Yeah.
Steering away from Reps, what upcoming FNAF fan games are you excited for the most?
Probably the third Poppy and Buddy's game. Bondi's Barrio 2. Well, what else? The new Juniors DLC is looking pretty good from what I've seen.
Yeah, I heard a lot of good stuff about that.
Yeah, Ring Easter Fantasy Force looks pretty good. I'm really hyped for Twister's Terror. It's gonna be sick. What else? Yeah, just like, yeah, those kinds of games. I'm not really excited for too many new Radiance games. Nothing against like the Radiance team. I'm just not too excited for that for Fredbear game. It looks pretty okay.
Five Nights at Remember. Yeah, it looks like a typical Five Nights at Freddy's like scroller game.
Yeah.
Not too much about it. It looks okay.
Not that bad.
It's a remaster,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, and Fazbear Facility also is gonna be sick. Yeah, that's gonna be good.
I can imagine. Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
So to end off the interview,
Sure.
what's your favorite FNAF game in general and why?
My favorite FNAF game?
Mm.
I don't know. It's probably got to be. Well, okay. It's either of these two. It's either Five Nights at Chuck E. Cheese is rebooted, the one by
Love that game.
Radiance.
That's actually my favorite as well. So.
Yeah. The jump scares are kind of janky, but the gameplay is really fun. It's a nice little game that you can play in your spare time. It feels like arcade games. It's really good. Either that or Fun Times at Homer's, the first one.
Fun Times at Homer's is great.
Yeah, Fun Times at Homer's is a nice little game. It's pretty cool. For a 2D FNAF fan game, it is a nice playthrough.
That's great. All right. Well, I think that's all the questions I have for now.
Yep.
Guys, remember to follow Reps. I'll put his account and the game page in the description.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's all. See you guys.
See ya.